So now I'd like to introduce you about our India-Japan laboratory, IJL, at Keio University. So this laboratory had been established in 2019, and I'm here to present on behalf of this very exciting collaborative laboratory. And I'm explaining about this as the senior researcher of the Keio University. And here are Sachi Urano and Dr. Rajiv Shah together with me. So about Keio University. Keio University was established in 1858 as one of the private universities in Japan. It was the first modern institution of higher education. And you can see in the following time frame that the Keio University being the oldest. And there are many prominent universities being established afterwards. About Keio University, the spirit of Keio University are 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. And 1, learning while teaching, teaching while learning. And independence and self-respect, creating history to define the future, and spirit of practical science. And the Keio school symbol is marked by this pen mark, which signifies the learning while teaching. We have 6 campuses located here in Greater Tokyo area. One is at Mita for humanity and social science, and second at Shinano-machi for the medicine, and Shiba for pharmacy. And at the SFC, we have this India-Japan lab and integration of technology and social science. And at Hiyoshi campus, general education is being conducted. And at Yagami campus, science and technology has been focused. About the facts and figures of Keio University, 2,250, more than 2,250 people are full-time university faculty members. Student to faculty ratio is 15:1. And there are 70 plus countries and regions represented in our student body. And 24 degree programs offered in English, and double degree programs are 28. And 24 billion yen scholarship fund we have, and 4.9 million book volumes in libraries, which is the largest in Japan, one of the largest in Japan in 2018. And 370,000 plus alumni are active in worldwide. And we have 3 prime ministers and 2 astronauts. And about India-Japan laboratory, here are some details. And first of all, I would like to emphasize on this mission. India-Japan laboratory will engage students and faculty members in interdisciplinary and multi-stakeholder, private sector, non-government organizations and citizens, education, action research, and policy advocacy programs on issues relevant to India and Japan. Through collective co-learning from India, IJL aims to co-design innovative solutions with governments, private sector, citizen groups, and other related stakeholders. It provides unique learning opportunities for Keio students, as well as students from different universities and research institutions from India and the world. So we have prominent members, advisors, and supporters. So for the further information, kindly contact Professor Rajiv Shah, and email, contact, and website are here. And you can please search about India-Japan laboratory on net also, and it is very easy to find. And our key goals now I'd like to explain. So with the existing interdisciplinary nature of education and research in Shonan Fujisawa campus of Keio University, we have the following goals. 1, conduct India Studies course in SFC. 2, facilitate, engage, and support faculty and student exchange programs with India, including internship opportunities in universities, private sector, and startups. And 3, engage public figures from India and Japan to deliver lectures and seminars. And 4, share knowledge and expertise from India, Japan, and globally. And 5, develop a community of knowledge and practice through action-based learning. So this background and activities you can please find on the net. Let me tell you the following activities. Lectures. We have lecture class courses for especially focusing on India studies, and invited seminars and public dialogue we conduct, as well as multidisciplinary action and policy research. We also do field studies by faculty and students. We organize and conduct internship learning, leadership programs, and we do have exchange visits also. And we have India Forum to establish the India Forum as an annual dialogue of India-related issues, and book on India-Japan collaboration. We have been vigorously preparing and writing and contacting different individuals and experts to create a common understanding by different kind of engagements with lots of experience in different field and expertise. So it was launched in 2019, and here today we have Dr. Rajiv Shah, who was the founder of this institution, and he has been actively involving experts, students, and people from various fields in Japan and abroad, especially on Indian subjects. So here I'd like to explain about what we had as a course on culture, environment, and technology of India. It is a new course which happened in the spring semester 2020, where we invited eminent guest faculties. So more than 150 students, 15 students registered for the first batch of the course. And it was marked in the presence of Mr. Raj Srivastava, Deputy Chief of Mission, Embassy of India in Japan. We had Social Innovation Online Hackathon, SIOH, and that happened in cooperation with RICA India and 4 Indian universities. And under this 2.5 months long event, intensive mentoring sessions were provided to 46 students from 5 universities to develop innovative ideas under 6 SDG themes. So the final pitch was held with the presence of Honorable and Excellency Ambassador Varma, Honorable Excellency Ambassador Hirabayashi, NDMA India, Keidanrei, FICCI, UN, and other members. So the message of appreciation was also received from Dr. P.K. Mishra, Principal Secretary to Prime Minister of India. And Social Innovation Challenge. In cooperation with RICA India and 4 Indian universities, KOIJL organized the SIOH. So here again, we have this report available. So you can please kindly have a look at it online. The Urban Thinkers Campus 5.0 Tactful. In cooperation with Vinit India, IIT Roorkee, RICA India, RUPD Germany, Arise India, and FICCI, KOIJL co-organized the Think Innovative Act for Urban Climate Change. This event happened in December 2020, which focused on enabling stakeholder discussions on urban climate change issues and the COVID-19 crisis. The 3-day event witnessed the presence of more than 26 eminent speakers, including the Honorable Mr. Nitin Gadkari, Cabinet Minister, Government of India, and Mrs. Mami Mizutori, SRSG and Head, UNDRR. And we had different kind of webinars. So here are some themes which we covered, like India-Japan innovation, as well as technology, culture and healthy urban lifestyle, development, and especially on sustainable development. And we have vast network of sponsored and collaborators, which you can find their logos here. So towards the 70th anniversary of India-Japan diplomatic relationship, in November 2021, the resolution was passed by India-Japan Laboratory to engage with the establishment of the sustainable platform for people's exchange in order to support economic development based on strong partnership between India and Japan by developing the outcome of the engagements by India-Japan Laboratory for last 2 years. So now we have created a new platform. It is called Injam-Puriya. So Injam means engine, and Puriya means a small village. Puriya means a small village connecting people to people in a village or a community. IJL considers that culture plays the role of a humble bridge, enhancing creative exchanges through collaborations. IJL aims to ensure the collaborations of industries, academia, and governments will become the engine for both countries to be sustainable and prosperous. So next is, now we are requesting the participants to come and join us to share your expertise or learn a little bit more about what you like. And this is a call for participation for the first year, 2022. And this year, we are going to focus on yoga practitioners and also manga and anime creators in India. So we have a different set of training contents for both field, yoga and anime. And here you can have a look at this picture and also image, which shows that the Injam-Puriya will become a platform, and we will have Injam ambassador. And from Injam ambassador, local people or community of where you belong to will be getting knowledge and experience through Injam ambassador. So this Injam-Puriya is a platform that offers a package for promoting interactive activities, which can be explained in 3 folds. Number 1, professional knowledge sharing by the experts. And number 2, the streaming for platform where you can share your works and experiences, your ideas. And number 3 is a management system practices, so that those who are coming to join here will be able to know and also will be able to hone the skills how to conduct and manage such creative activities or interactive activities. So the participants can utilize this package to disseminate the rich culture of India and Japan through your communities. So this platform was basically prepared in view of this Japan and India Vision 2025, special strategic and global partnership working together for peace. Injam-Puriya is an initiative to accelerate India-Japan exchanges through mutual cultural understanding, focusing on the students and the citizens. These exchanges would form bottom-up waves that would have complementary relationship with the top-down cultural disseminations executed by India-Japan Laboratory involving higher educational institutions and renowned people. So Injam-Puriya platform will have Injam ambassador, where mutual cultural understanding focusing on the students and the citizens would happen. And this India-Japan laboratory of Keio University will keep on nurturing professionals, involving universities and renowned persons. So university activities can be considered as more academic and also focusing on the professionals and students, and dissemination of knowledge and experience could be mostly by the renowned persons, professionals, artists and all. However, Injam Puriya will be organized and coordinated and also managed by the students, both from Japan and India. So it would give ample opportunity to share the creativity and also experiences in the various fields. And this year, we are going to focus on yoga and animation. So this beautiful website, including this earlier Injam Puriya, there are three websites which being prepared by Sachi Urano-san, who is present here. So the management and support program for the Indian ambassadors is scheduled to start around April 2022 to be managed by the students from India and Japan. So we have created two separate websites, one for manga and anime. Is titled Y2 app, which you can see now here. And for yoga, we are creating the website called P-Zone. So kindly, you can take the screenshot of this page and also come and join us. So please support Injam Puriya, Y2 app, and P-Zone. So let me share it again. So by the way, Sachi-san and Rajiv-san, do you have any interactions, in any comments in between while I search for the last page? You can please.
I think you have very eloquently presented, so I don't have any specific comments from my side, but I encourage if there are any comments from Sachi-san. So please go ahead.
サチさん、いかがですか？
大丈夫です。一番最後
大丈夫ですか？
もう一枚
そう、一番最後のページを今探してます。一番最後のこのアプライヒアっていうのが一番大事なんです。それを今探して、はい、出します。今出します、それ。はい、すいません。じゃあちょっとこれをサイレンスできるかな。スターシェアワイパス。シェアしました？
私シェアしたんですけれども、どうぞ。
本当？わかりました。はい。私もできました。これいいのかな？見えてますか？見えてます？
見えてます。見えてます。
こうか。これ。はい。それで、now about Injam Ambassador Training 2022. We have simultaneous remote and in-person events in next year in the month of January and also in the month of February. So January event will be held in India from Indian time 11 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon for 2 hours. The dates are already decided. We covered on, we will do this on 16th, 23rd, and 30th January. All these 3 days are on Sunday. And in Japan, we are going to have it in the month of February, and the timing will be starting from 11 o'clock to 13 hours, means 1 o'clock. This is Japan time. So that will be, these 3 events in Japan will be held on Saturday. And you will see this QR code. So you can just take note of this QR code and also join us. So these events are basically made for 3 purposes. We aim to towards deeper understanding of India and Japan. We try to nurture our relationship for future. And number 2, this will be a good opportunity for cultural exchanges that will not be merely considered as opportunities. You yourself can join and create and also learn. And number 3, such exchanges will evolve into a platform where you can nurture bilateral relations based on deep understanding of each other's culture. So while I keep this screen on, I'd like to explain why this kind of collaboration can happen and why this is important now. Just half an hour back, I explained about my experience with human exchanges, people-to-people exchanges in India and also in Japan in the field of languages and also actual interactions. But because of the pandemic and also because of the lots of difficulties or scheduling issues, not everyone can travel to India or to Japan to be able to experience firsthand or in person. If it is possible to experience in person, it would be nice. Even we are going to conduct this program in person. However, practically and also to connect with more people who may not be located in very accessible areas or not having means of travel, it will be possible to have such program open to all sorts of all kind of people that will allow people from probably rural area to participate on the once they have some connection with the internet. And also at the same time, we will be able to invite various kind of people who may have different ideas, different inputs, or kind of different ideas, even in the field of yoga and anime. तो हम ऐसा करना चाहते हैं कि अलग अलग विषय के बारे में अलग अलग लोगों से बातचीत करना ये ठीक है, खास बात है, लेकिन पैंडेमिक के समय जो हम एक दूसरे के लिए खुद आना इतनी आसान नहीं होती है, तो आप इंटरनेट के डिजिटल मोड में इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर आ सकते हो और हम मिलकर साथ में कुछ बना सकते हैं, बातचीत कर सकते हैं। और उसकी वजह से क्या है, हमारे एक दूसरे के बारे में समझ और संबंध जरूर बढ़ेगा। क्योंकि ऐसा है कि एक स्कूल होती है या एक कंपनी होती है या एक घर होते हैं, तो हम एक दूसरे से मिलकर बात करते हैं। लेकिन ये ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है कि योगा के फील्ड में और एनिमेशन के फील्ड में हमने अलग अलग प्लेटफॉर्म बनाया है कि वहां पर आप कोई भी आके सीख सकते हो अपने जैसे स्किल। योगा के शिक्षक है तो योगा बता भी सकते हो, और कोई नई चीज आप सीखना चाहते हो तो आप वो भी कर सकते हो। So this is actually a kind of open platform for those who are practicing, those who are learning, and those who are trying to create something in this two particular field. And we are planning to have more such openings and also interactions and opportunities through this platform, including various fields and also involving those who support us as practitioners, as guide, as teachers, as students, as learners, or who can support us to continue this project. And thank you so much today for gathering here. Now I will stop the screen sharing. So we hardly have 1 minute, but if I can just invite both of you, Rajiv-san and Sachi-san, please comment. 日本語でもいいです。
大丈夫です。
はい。
サチさん、日本語でなんか。
日本語でいいです。日本語でどうぞ、どうぞ、大丈夫、大丈夫。うん。アンミュートしてください。
お願いします。
うん、はい、どうぞ。どうで、実際にウェブサイトを作ってどうでしたか？よかったですか？
そうですね。はい。まあこれから立ち上がりっていう風なタイミングなので、
うん
まだどうなるかわかんないんですけれど、
うん
うまくやっていけるといいなと思ってい
うん
ます。
うんうん So it just started, so we are quite looking forward to continue this endeavor, and she's very excited to that. How about Rajiv-san?
Thank you very much, Kawane-san, Tomo-san. I think just only one point I would like to emphasize here, that this particular platform, as you also mentioned, that it is to be managed by the students and it is by the students for the student. So I hope that the students in both the countries, they can take the leadership and ownership in this particular activity. And I strongly hope that, like, we are just providing the platform and it is their activity which will actually bring it together in future. So I strongly encourage our students, young professionals, practitioners, to very participate in this and try to take the ownership of this particular program. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So with this note, I'd like to close our presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you.